Hey, I'm Duke on Twitch. If you want to support the channel and greensunzenith.com, you can find my Patreon, merch store, and singles store where you can buy singles through TCG Player or Card Hoarder in the video description. If you want to get in contact, you can also find all that info in the description below for things like donation deck lists or just wanting to reach out. Alright, let's get right into it. Hey team, welcome back to Dukes on Twitch. Back today with Green-Black Saga Depths for take 2 of the $300 challenge to trophy with a Dark Confidant build of either Depths or Maverick thanks to that Maverick Joe. This is pretty much the same list as last time. The only change that I made was a additional Inquisition of Kozilek in the main deck. I moved Loam to the side for matchups where I really need it. And I believe I removed the second Pity Needle in 75. Just because we have Loam to answer things like Wasteland, I'm pretty happy just to bring that in instead of having a second needle effect, which can get blown out by things like Force of Vigor. So that's it. The deck was really cool. We went 4-1 in the first league, going down to Soldier Stomping. Suppression Field was really strong against this deck, but otherwise it performed really well. The plan B of Saga has been really nice, so pretty happy to keep trying that out and see how this goes. So yeah, pretty nice to play some Legacy on a Friday night as well. Just a night in, get some Legacy action, gameplay, nice. But hey, if you're watching on YouTube, a huge thank you. If you like this content, definitely consider subscribing and following the channel, because I try to get 2 leagues up a week. And I'm moving towards more recordings as well, which is cool. Hey Arnie, welcome. Very cool to see you, and a big congratulations again on making the finals of that tournament we were discussing on Discord. Very, very cool. Alright, up against Jean on the play. And this is like a pretty perfect hand. We have turn 1 Hand Disruption off Urborg, and then turn 2 we can play Dark Depths, play Hex Mage, and most likely go off on turn 3. So pretty happy to keep this. Really nice hand to start on. Just make sure this is all up. Now the question is, do I want to lead on the Thoughtseize? I think here I'm happy just to lead on the Inquisition. I don't think there's any reason to lead on Thoughtseize over Inquisition. I guess the only thought is if I'm up against a combo deck with a hand of like a bunch of mana and ramp, and then something like an Ad Nauseam, there's a world where I should lead on Thoughtseize. I think if there's much of a muchness, there's probably the thought, no pun intended, that if I was going to lose before I can win the game, it's because my opponent has something like a hand that's pretty strong. I guess, yeah, Thoughtseize can also hit Force, which is pretty big, especially if that's kind of my opponent's only interaction with what I currently have. So I think, yeah, Thoughtseize is more than fine here. Force pitching Echo. Interesting. Potentially like an Emery deck. Like a Hull Breacher LED style Echo / Days Undoing build. And it looks like they are just going to be holding up Hull Breacher here. So another Thoughtseize is pretty interesting. What my opponent is showing here is Hull Breacher. So I have 2 options. I can either play Dark Depths and go for Hex Mage, or I can double Inquisition and Thoughtseize my opponent, which is pretty nice. The downside of Inquisition or Thoughtseize is that if we are up against a Hull Breach deck, which I assume we are, my opponent can throw in the Hull Breacher in response, and then the top of the deck could be something like Days Undoing, which would be pretty brutal. So I actually don't mind us going for the combo here. I think if their play is kind of like Hull Breacher into Echo, I'm more than happy with that. Because I have the on-field play of Hex Mage to Dark Depths. And it is going to be Hullbreacher. One thing to note is that I do have to respond to Days Undoing with making the 2020 because it ends the turn. So after that, I actually get nothing. But this is going to be interesting. We only saw Hullbreacher, Force, Lotus Petal, City, and Echo. So I think I can take out the Shadow Spear in this matchup. Witherbloom Command probably does nothing, most likely. It doesn't kill Hullbreacher. I don't think getting rid of something like a Lotus Petal is worth it, so I think those can definitely come out. Seeing the Hullbreacher actually makes me want to play the Sudden Edicts, and I don't mind the Ley Lines considering they're playing Echo, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, Witherbloom's interesting. I would say that the destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana cost 2 or less is nice against Aether Vial, Chalice for 1, Chromox or Lotus Petal if I want to be really aggressive against some of the mono red decks or other ones. It's pretty nice against D&T because you can usually hit a Vial and a 2-drop, but it doesn't kill Stoneforge Misty, of course. So I would say Witherbloom's kind of where the flex is. You could play like Assassin's Trophy or Abrupt Decay. You could play like just 2 Loams in the main deck. I've been considering Grim Discovery, which I think is a sweet card. Grim Discovery is a card that allows you to remove... where is it? A creature or a land, or a creature and a land for 2 mana, which is pretty sweet. So you get back Hexmage or Dark Depths, or even both. And playing something like Saga in this deck as well makes this a little bit better. The question is this better than Loam? And the reason that I like it over Loam is that you get to return a threat as well, if you really need to. The downside is that a lot of stuff in Legacy exiles, so against maybe Delver, it's not too bad because a lot of your stuff is getting bolted or removed by damage. But against like the Source to Plowshares decks and Prismatic Ending decks, it's not as great. So definitely a lot of tuning to work on. Force of Vigor is definitely interesting, but I'm not too sure what I would be hitting. I don't think Choke is relevant either. We do have the Boseiju if it's really needed, which we can find off the map. I don't mind Needle because it does name Narset, but at the same time, Narset in this deck kind of just does what it needs to just by being on the field. We also have Hexmage to remove Planeswalkers, which is nice. I could see me going down on some of the lands like Karakas. And potentially just bringing in the Ley Lines, because one of the main ways they can just win out of nowhere is through Echo. Hey, Master G. Too kind. Too kind. I'm just going to go down on 1 Reclaimer and send this back. But definitely, potentially Force of Vigor is worth it if they are like a Chalice deck as well. I actually don't mind this hand because we still have the combo on turn 3, and we get to go turn 1 Thoughtseize. If we see a Planeswalker, we don't have to take it. We can then go turn 2 Inquisition and Needle, which is nice, so I'm pretty happy to keep this. We're also 1 land off being able to hardcast a Ley Line, so that's pretty sweet as well. Now this is interesting because we just drew our own Saga. But this means my opponent either has Ancient Tomb in hand, or a land and a Petal effect, or potentially if they're a Mox Diamond build, they have just Mox Diamond and 2 other creatures, so that should be pretty interesting. Do I want to Needle the Saga? I don't think I need to Needle the Saga here. Hey Echo, hey Panda. Like, I think I'm just trying to go off before the Saga is really an issue. I'm definitely lead on the Urborg because it also just allows us to draw into Hexmage off the top. Hexmage also kills Saga, I believe, which is kind of cool. Hey Grid. Yeah, playing Saga to kill their Saga would be pretty cool. I'm just going to go with Thoughtseize again. Ancient Tomb, Saga, Saga. Okay, well they have no interaction. Interesting. I guess we take this. Wow, that's a really interesting hand. Just really showing me the power of Saga and Legacy and how Saga itself can just take over the game. So I assume here we just see Ancient Tomb pass. Oh, they play the Chrome Mox. Okay. I guess it plays around hand disruption to some extent. Now the only thing here is that I kind of have to go for Ghost Quarter to turn off. I guess they could name Hexmage if they find a Pithing Needle with Saga here. Hey Granham, thank you very much. So we're not Inquisitioning. We're probably playing the Depths, to be fair. I don't mind play Depths. Play Needle, name Saga. To be fair, Saga might be the incorrect name here. I should potentially go after something like Aether Spellbomb. They will get to create a construct in upkeep, and then Spellbomb they can hold up through the Chrome Mox, which is interesting. I don't mind that, especially being up a game. I don't make them having. I don't mind them having to. Which one is it? It's Aether. Yeah, go for either Hexmage or Thespian Stage here. Hey Star Fox, very cool to see you. Hope Elves is treating you well. Also, they could think we're mono black. Mono black Depths has been online for a while now, and we haven't shown a green card. I don't believe we showed a green card in game 1. So they could think that we don't have crop rotation in our deck. Wow, they're going to float a black here. Okay. Needle. Come on, Hexmage. They name Hexmage. Nice. Very cool. Khan's going to be fine as well. They play the LED out. So they played a Saga for turn, 2 cards left, Urza's Saga and Tomb. They could potentially find Ensnaring Bridge, that would be an issue. We actually just drew the stage, which is quite nice. I think if we play the stage, they definitely go and get Ensnaring Bridge. If we play the Bayou, there's a chance they don't. So I think we just go Bayou pass. But yeah, now looking at the list, I think Force of Vigor is quite good. And I think if they attack first, we definitely don't block, because then they just get bridge again. So I think we allow them to attack. They play another tomb. They could get greedy and go and get lattice. They make 3 mana. They tick down Khan. Okay. I think they're going to try to lattice us. Ooh, I think they are going to try to lattice us. That's a tough one, opponent. No cards in hand. Stage. We get a 2020 flyer. Lattice resolves. We untap. Nice. Yeah, not respecting the crop is big there, but I guess like I guess the play there from my opponent is that we play lattice, and if they have it, they have it. Like, it makes me have it, but pretty tough. Pretty tough not to respect it. But at the same time, you did see mono black. I guess the Bayou gives away we're not just mono black, but tough one. Tough one for sure. But hey team, good to see you in chat. Hope you're all well. Hope you had nice weeks. Have a nice weekend ahead. Maybe some sun. Maybe just some time out. Maybe some time with a partner. Maybe some time playing Magic. If you have a Tower of the Magistrate in your deck, Spellbomb won't be relevant from them. I don't have Tower. I could have Tower. But Tower is a sweet way to play around the Aether Spellbomb. You're at a Pioneer event tomorrow? Very cool. Is it a RPTQ? PTQ? If so, either way, best of luck. Pioneer's interesting. I haven't got my teeth into it yet. And I don't think I will, but from the responses that I've heard from friends who play it, it seems like a pretty cool format. Test. All right. This is going to be elves most likely. So I'm pretty happy to mulligan aggressively. And I've said this a few times, but kind of my philosophy with this deck is you need 3 cards. You need Dark Depths, Urborg, Hexmage, and then anything on top is cake. So look at that. Look at that. Just nice people being friendly. Thank you. Thank you, Test. Yeah, I'm going to ship this. No green is pretty huge here as well. We can copy like the Espen stage, but not where I want to be. This is much better. No green, of course, but we're so close to getting green, and we have the Dark Confidant as well, so I'm pretty happy to keep this and ship an Urborg and just go with Swamp Pass. No, it's going to be Urborg Pass because that turns on Dark Depths as a live draw. Stage. Hey Burdened, very cool to hear. I think you're just going to be the Bob. Probably off the stage as well. I think that's fine. This means if I don't draw Dark Depths but draw a green source, I can still crop hopefully into it. But that's if we get a turn. Another Shep. Okay. One card left. Now that's kind of scary. Bayou. Okay. We're there. We are there. So I think here we want to... I think we want to get the Hex Mage in play and then hold up crop. They can Shepherd for lethal next turn, but it doesn't give trample, which is nice. So I think the play is to hold the Mox Diamond potentially, just not to show it, and just play Hex Mage Pass, holding up the crop. Because let's just double check that my mana base has nothing in it that is actually relevant. Like Tabernacle's in the sideboard, but there's no Glacial Chasm, there's no Blast Zone, etc. So we're just going to pass like this. But I would say Depths has a pretty good Elves matchup. Typically we return faster, but this sort of turn can definitely happen. And it's kind of why Elves is just so strong as a nice little tribal deck. So this is 6 to activate. Yeah, I assume here they're going to go for Dryad Arbor and then Natural Order, which is pretty tough. Because I don't think we can beat that. Huh. Oh, they're going to cast the Hoof. Okay. But this might still be lethal. Maybe not if I sack and block with the Marit Lage. Yeah, it won't be. Because they attack with these before damage. Depths. Ooh. Nice. Yes. Okay. To the board. Tab's nice at just slowing them down. Even though they have Cradle, it's quite nice to slow. The Plagues are obviously quite nice. I don't mind the Suddens as just a slowdown effect. Karakas and Beseiju can come out. Wither Blooms are not too bad. The thing is that I don't want to have too much interaction where I care about what they're doing. I really just want to have a way to slow them down, but also at the same time build out my own plays. The Shadow Spear doesn't need to be in there either. Is Cradle the anti-Tabernacle or is Tabernacle the anti-Cradle? I don't know. I feel like that's a... I feel like that is a chicken or egg type situation. Maybe the sudden... Yeah, I don't mind cutting on like a Bob. I think Bob is a bit of a trap in that it sets up a good mid to late game, but I don't see myself getting a mid to late game unless I find these. So potentially Bob is my way to find these cards. Thoughtseize isn't too bad because being able to nab Natural Order is quite strong. They look to be the non-Reclaimer version if they're playing the Druids, but they're Heritage Druids, but I could be wrong there. I don't mind 27 lands. 27 lands with Mox Diamond is still above that for me. The upside of Thoughtseize is that it's a turn 1 play. Bob can be with the Moxes, but it relies on the Moxes. Actually, Bog is dead. 26 lands in Mox. How many lands with Mox Diamond? Most decks run 24 lands and 36 spells. How many lands do you need to best utilize Mox? We have 20 seconds left. Come on, the source. Yes. 26. Best success 26. There we go. We're at 26. That's more than fine. A little bit greedy, but we'll see how this plays out. I don't mind this. It has a lot of interaction, which is nice. And we're also on the draw. We also have a map to find Dark Depths down the line, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, I like because it has both interaction and ways to develop our own board state. Alright. I think here I just want to go with Tabernacle Pass because it keeps my opponent from being able to hold up Reclaimer for Cradle. My opponent says, I don't want to go to church. That is actually hilarious. Okay. That's pretty good. I wouldn't mind a Mox Diamond here. Okay. I'm happy to Inquisition first. Glimpse, Heritage, Wirewood. I don't care about the Glimpse because my opponent is stuck on the mana here. The Druid does play quite well if they get it down next turn. They can then start using their own elves to pay for their creatures. I'm also pretty far off casting Plague Engineer, so I don't think I'm going to take the Wirewood just because it's not an elf. It's definitely tough. I think it is the Heritage Druid here. It makes my opponent have to draw into an elf, which is pretty high to be able to turn on the Heritage Druid effect. But I think it is Druid. Because I guess they do have the Reclaimer, sorry, so... It's actually real. Urborg for the top would be nice as well. Being able to tap the Tabernacle for mana is pretty relevant. Interesting, okay. We can play this, play the map, which can go and get Urborg next turn. And I'm just going to take the Druid here and then pass. They do now get to hold up the Reclaimer though. Now the question is, do I get Urborg or do I just get Dark Depths? I think Dark Depths is just the play. It'll be interesting to see if they play... This is actually pretty interesting, because if they have either Wasteland or Karakas, then the Dark Depths plan is turned off, and the Reclaimer will be a 3/4, which means that I'll have to get to a stage where I can get double Hexmage in play, that without Urborg, I currently can't really do. But if I get Depths, it might also keep them from getting a Cradle for turn, which is cool. I think we just go Depths. Definitely a tough one, but I kind of like making them have it, or at least show us that they have it. Cradle, okay. Four puts us to 10. Yeah, there's a few different lists running around. I believe Newton's still on Karakas, which is really cool to see. I do like that the Elves players test a few different builds and tutor effects. They're going to attack with Reclaim, which makes me think that they don't have Karakas, unless they naturally drew it. I would actually love them to, yeah, naturally have drawn it, but hold it this turn and then play it next turn. Okay. So my opponent just played Heritage Druid and then returned it with Wirewood. Ah, to untap this. That makes sense. Okay. Interesting. This is a tough one. I don't think we crop away the Bayou for an Urborg here. It would allow me to play out Hexmage and also hold up Dark Depths. But if I don't, then I get to use this crop rotation as I please. Because I could go and get a Ghost Quarter if needed. This has to be Karakas. Yeah. I'm going to crop rotate in my end step so they can't use the mana off the forest that they get. I guess I could also take a draw step. because if I draw the Ghost Quarter, then that's pretty sweet as well. Like the crop and the bayou are gonna be there anyway. That there's no real need to do it right now. I'm gonna see what we draw first. Bob. What I should have done, I kind of screwed up there. Because I wasn't going to do anything end step, I should have turned one of these stages into a bayou. To have double colors this turn. Yeah. They could have Besage you here, but I think here I'm just happy to go for double Hex Mage. Double Hex Mage is nice because it is 4 power for the Reclaimer to kind of keep some of this mana off the, some of this damage off the table. Cradle into Natural at a Progenitus would be pretty sweet as well, because then they can still hold up the Karakas. Nice, alright, we stem the bleeding for a turn. We'll use these two. Bob. Greatness at any cost, right? I think it's better to hold up the green source here to grab the Bayou. They could just go after the Dark Depths here as well. Maybe they're... yeah, okay. Ooh. Interesting. Can we do anything here? I guess we can copy it with Stage. If they're trying to destroy it, that makes me want to copy it. Ooh, copy the Cradle's pretty cool as well. Yeah, copy Cradle's pretty sweet. Keep this one. It's tough because I am giving my opponent more draws into Cradle Natural Order. But I think we've got the board, which is nice. Okay. Probably taking Witherbloom Command here. Although the Reclaimer is access to Ghost Quarter, which is relevant. Druid, okay. Oh, yes I do. Alright. Saga's actually really nice. Again, happy to hold up Copy Cradle. This could be it. It could be Cradle here into Natural Order sack Druid, attack with Cradle Hoof. I don't think I'd get Shadow Spear. I think I'd get Map to take out the Caracas. Besiege that. Huh. I think we just let this resolve and probably just take the Cradle here. I guess we do get a Bayou from this anyway. No, I think because this is our way to find Ghost Quarter, it's worth copying. Yeah, and then we get our Bayou anyway. It's also the third land in the bin, so the Reclaim will be a 3/4 itself as well. Yes, yes. Another Hex Mage. Alright. Maybe I'm being a little bit aggressive with my creatures here, seeing we have Tabernacle on board and no Cradle, but I don't think the Construct is that effective. I'm pretty much saying that my creatures on board are more powerful than the Construct. Ah, Saga stays at 1? It should go up. Yeah, it should keep growing. Yav's interesting. I don't think I want to play the Yav. Because it... I guess that turns on Reclaimer as well, which is nice. The only thing about Yavimai is that it allows Quirion Ranger to return the Caracas if needed. But I think if I'm Ghost Quartering, I'm going to be Ghost Quartering in that turn anyway, so I'd rather just hold up Reclaimer here as well. Yeah. No Quirion Ranger in Reclaimer world? Okay, cool. That's kind of nice to know. I also have to be weary of Endurance being able to put the Caracas back into the deck for Reclaimer to find. I also probably don't... I'm going to trade an Urborg for an Urborg here. I don't want to get Ghost Quarter tapped because that opens it up to being hit by a Boseiju. I'd rather just get that off the Saga. There's a few things I could get here, but yeah, I think Urborg's fine. Reclaimer's nice as well, because Reclaimer is my out to endurance. With Sajiri Step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tabernacle's played a huge role in this game. Two mana open means I can float. They're gonna fetch. Interesting. Dried Arbor. Oh, okay. In case I get Needle. Oh, did we take out? No. No. Wait, where's map? Oh, it's in the bin. Oh my gosh. All this setup. No. Oh no. Well, look, we get Needle for sure. Oh, we just named Caracas. That's all good. Still, okay. We're LG. We're LG. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. This is still okay. I should have used the mana off this Saga for Tabernacle so I could hold up 2 mana for the Reclaimer, but I think this is going to be fine anyway. The nice thing about all these Hex Mages is that plays around Boseiju, because we can respond to the Boseiju trying to destroy the Dark Depths with no counters on it just by targeting it again. Get rid of the Caracas. Interesting. They get another Dried Arbor. Okay, they're just going to try to go wide here. Yeah, it looks like a big setup for Natural Order, which is tough. Or try to set themselves up best to find an out to Natural Order if they draw it. Oh, okay. Ha, nice. Alright. Double Glimpse. Triple Glimpse. All right. Nice. New Cradle. Yav gonna hurt us here? Yeah, it definitely could. Endurance. Evoked. Okay. They do get to put that Caracas back into their deck. They also get the extra mana off it, which is very cool. Oh, they target me. Okay. Another one. Just to dig. Just really trying to dig to find natural order. Another one. This is very cool. Oh, hardcast oof? No. Does this do it? Because they can untap with Wirewood? Trample as well. Yeah, untap. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Look, we might as well put creatures in front. -7? Minus more. -8. All right. All right. I think I'm just going to run it back. Yeah, I'm just going to run this back. I'm pretty happy with it. That was a really cool game. Big fan of that. Yeah, Shadow Spear is interesting. I feel like if we're in the position where Shadow Spear is relevant, I'm in a pretty bad spot. Like, I'm not sure what it's better than already in the deck. This is pretty good. Really want that extra card, but I think this is this looks really good on paper, but it's the combo, and if we need to, we can destroy something turn 1 or turn 2. We have a lot of lands to draw into as well, which is nice. See how it goes. I'm going to start with the Urborg and pass, because that gives us access to like Hexmage, and then also just Mox into Witherbloom if needed. Yeah, taking out the Wirewood would have been pretty good. Yeah, tapping for black would have been awesome, Joe. That's very correct. Yeah, my reason for tapping for colorless was that I thought we were getting map. And I just kind of rushed it. pretty happy just to play the stage here. I don't want to throw the Dark Depths into a Boseiju. Yeah, a lot of little things definitely added up there. Even not using the Thespian stage when I didn't crop. Green Suns is okay. But just a pass? So they have 1 mana open? Huh. Another. Oh, that's actually pretty awesome. Yeah, I think it's going to be neg and return. This makes me think they have crop rotation, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll get back to step. So now they have 1 mana open. So now I will play the Depths, play the Mox, get rid of the Depths, and then just combo off here. No, I guess like we can play around Crackers to some extent because they're untapping with 1 mana. I guess if they play a land and pass, then it's awkward because then they obviously have Boseiju up. The question is, do I want to play around Caracas or not? Tough one for sure. They're more likely to have Boseiju, given that they have multiples of Boseijus but only 1 Caracas. Hey Damo, big thank you for the sub. Hope you're doing well. All the best for the Pioneer event tomorrow. I am just going to go for it. Let's be honest. Like, we're playing Depths here. Hey, thanks, Granham. All the best. Oh, they have the pitch endurance. Interesting. So now they can tap the Cradle for mana and also, yeah, get me. Nice. Probably should have thought about that. Okay. Not too bad. It's kind of a 3-for-1, which is nice. What was the punt? Didn't need endurance due to Urborg. Oh, of course, the Urborg gives them mana. Classic. Yes, we will search. We'll go and get a buy. Hilarious. We both didn't see that they had Urborg. We're so deep in the tank. Just so you guys can enjoy as well. There we go. Oh my gosh. That's classic. We have some pretty good top decks though. Like Bob would be probably the best, just to be able to start really drawing some cards. This is where I could see Loam, and potentially I just didn't sideboard correctly, and Loam should be considered, seeing they are playing Boseiju. Ooh, Witherbloom's quite nice. I'm gonna hold that. I think that's pretty good to hold, to destroy a creature, then get back one piece. But I can't kill that. But I can kill this. Okay. Mox. Cycle play mills, creature dies, mill, kill this. We get back Dark Depths because it also combos with Thespian could get back Saga. Oh, Saga's actually pretty good here. I actually will get Saga. Yeah, Saga's sweet. But I'll hold the Mark. No, let's go for Mox here. And just go full Urza Saga plan. Oh, they don't attack. Interesting. Bob, nice. What are they getting? Wasteland, potentially? Tried Arbor. Okay. I feel a natural order. I guess Dried Arbor is just better than having a... Forest anyway. I also have to watch time here. Oof. I don't mind Needle on Shepherd. We are in round 2. This is game 3. I have seen a bit of elves. I should also just Sudden Edict here, like just to take the mana away from Cradle. There's no reason to hold it. Okay, so they have Cradle in hand. Come on, Plague Engineer. Another Bob. I don't mind swinging with both. It puts lethal on board, which is nice. I will play the other Bob as well. Just being able to go wide with creatures is really nice. I believe he will see the Bayou turn into a Dried Arbor as well. And this is it. This is the big draw. We know the card in hand is Cradle, so it kind of has to be natural order here. Just thinning a little bit. All right, Bob. Bob. Hexmage. Stage. That does actually, yeah, give us lethal, which is quite nice because they have to block 3 creatures now. Unless they have endurance as an extra blocker, but it looks like that's a no. They would have gone to 1 if they didn't fetch. I guess it's pretty tough because it turns off natural order anyway. I guess they could have a removal spell for this, like a Force of Vigor. But we know 1 card in hand is... Oh, yeah. 1 card's Cradle, but they have the mana for Force of Vigor hardcast. Yeah, unfortunately... I think we've taken it. Hopefully. I guess Beseiju does get rid of a construct. They could also float 4 mana, use 2 to get rid of Dryad Arbor here, to go and get another Dryad Arbor, and then use the other 2 to Beseiju here. No. Okay. Nice. Oh, just a forest. Okay. Unless they've gone through both Dryad Arbors. That's why. Black, black. Black, black. They're down to 1. Pretty sweet match. Do I want to copy anything? I don't think I do here. Just want to make sure I don't die to time. Or these bobs. I could make a Cradle, but I think here we're thankfully pretty strong. I nearly missed it. Nice. Enjoy your weekend. Nice. That was a sweet match. Definitely some small misplays there, which put me in a pretty tough spot, but we got there, which is nice. Always learning, as I like to say. Playing the showcase this Sunday. I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I'm good enough to qualify. I believe you need some amount of points. And is this it? Magic Online Championship Series. Ooh. I like to keep my chests in multiple of 5s as well, so let's see what we get. Ooh. Omnath. Okay. Cool Green Sun's target. You need 40? Oh, that's pretty cool. Time to start EDH. Damo, you still playing Flesh and Blood? I've heard good things. This is one of those hands where you can just get the mana off a little bit, and I am going to mulligan this. I don't think it's good enough just to solely rely on the sagas. This is better. I can also drop a Mox here, and then hold up Crop after we Inquisition if I need to. Which is pretty strong, actually. Especially if we see like a opponent on Black-Red Reanimator. So I'm just going to start off with... I don't mind Bayou Pass. Bayou Inquisition. And then if they do have a Wasteland, we can play the Mox to then crop it away. Or if they force this as well, that's huge. Because we get to back up this hand disruption piece with a Mox into Thoughtseize. It is going to be interesting. But they have double Unmask. I think we honestly Mox here and just take the looting as well. But this is a little bit rough if they have... Yeah. So they get rid of the Grizz. So these are the 2+1. It's pretty good. Interesting. Do I want to play it or hold it? I'm going to hold it in case they draw into Animate Dead. That way we can actually interact with the Animate Dead before the creature comes back into play. Bush, you're on it. It also can't be unmasked, which is really nice. Oh, they pitched the Animate Dead. Oh, they have Reanimate. Alright. What a heads up play. I guess they only had the 1 mana anyway, so they can't actually Reanimate here. Or they can't, yeah. Animate Dead. Alright, you got your Grizz. Look, I don't mind going to try to find a dark... we mill and lose to... Oh. Tug of Play mills 3. Yeah, so we mill. They lose 2. Can we find a Dark Depths? Step 1? No. This is going to be really tough. Especially because Archon lines up really well with Dark Depths. Being able to make us sack the 2020. But I'd like to see a few more cards out of them before we pack it in. I mean, there is a world where Witherbloom Command again off the top just kills them if they do try to draw here and go to 2. But I assume they try to get Archon in play first, gain some life, and then potentially draw. Oh, they go to 1, and they go back to 4, I believe. I should have actually just gone after their land there, but that's okay. We are also just pretty much dead. I can't really fetch because I need to find Caracas for the Grizzlebrand, but then it's 9 off this anyway. Oh. Okay. Okay. Because they attack, trigger, and then I can block 1, and then they have to get another Archon into play. I believe they have a second one, so I think we have to block the Grizzlebrand. Go down to 1. They can't draw off the Grizzlebrand, which is nice. They have to try to put another Archon into the bin. And then bring it back next phase. Alright. So they attack with both creatures. Archon triggers. We get our 2020. Now I block the Grizzle. We go down to 1. We just 6 here as well. Because there's nothing we can do. Yeah, because we don't have Dryad Armor in the deck. So we can't like... and we can't fetch anyway. So there's actually nothing we can do here. Maybe they can ritual out another one. Alright, they're going to looting. Oh, they hit one. I mean, the Archon itself just kills us as well, which is tough. 4 mana. Oh, they're flashing back looting? Are they trying to find a way to get it back? Discards Petal. Entomb. For another... No. For another loot... No. For another looting? They're going to try to looting again with 1 mana open for a reanimate to get there? Epic. Epic. It has to be reanimate. Discard Swamp Swamp. Petal. And they have one card left? Opponent in chat is not happy. I will say that. They said they can't find, so I assume they couldn't find a reanimate spell. Oh my gosh. Oh. Crazy. Crazy. Oh. So good to get that. I mean, when that Grizzlebrand hit play, I think it was nearly all lost, but... Very cool. Very cool. Shadow Spear. I don't mind map. The Wither Blooms can come out. The Sajiri Step is okay. Krakus. Ghost Quarter can come out. Lantern is quite good. I don't think I want the Force of Vigors. They're mainly for Animate Dead, but I think we just have other ways to get there. Hey, Maverick Joe. Too kind. Too kind. Hope you're doing well. A big thank you for the challenge again. A big thank you for the gift to the subs. Just lovely person all around. A huge thank you. A huge thank you. Welcome all of those. OGC, The Jig, welcome. Good to see you. Minifier, always good to see Min in the background. Plague Engineer. I don't mind going down on lands again. Joe, I don't believe... I believe Joe's from America. Because he is a trucker. He has some cool kids. And just an all-round pleasant person. It could be the Bobs, but I think if we can have like a leyline hand, then the Bobs allow us just to try to draw... I could see the Bobs actually coming out and actually bringing back in a Saga. And I think there's a world where I like this. Hopefully there's 2 Bobs in here. There's no Bobs in here. Okay, that's fine. We're all good. See, this is a tough one because it's a fine hand, especially on the play. But on the draw, I really want to have that leyline. And I think we can mulligan to leyline pretty aggressively. And to be fair, we only need like Dark Depths, Urborg, Hexmage, Leyline. That's 4. So we can get there. Ooh, okay. What are we at? I mean, this is pretty close to it. We keep Leyline, we keep Verdant, and most likely Thoughtseize in case we can snag like a Wear Tear or a Serenity. Definitely getting rid of a Mox Diamond and a Stage. Probably getting rid of Crop. I kind of like that we could play the hand around any sort of hand disruption. And if they do have it, they can just take the Thoughtseize. But if it's just a 3, I'm pretty happy to keep these 3. Also allows us to play Bob, which is quite nice. Yeah, I think the lands in Leyline is pretty nice. But if it is a 4... No, we mulled to 3. So I think it is these. I think it's these 3. I think there's a world where we lose the game because we don't have an answer to their answer for Leyline. And Thoughtseize gives me a little bit of play against that. They went to 3 as well. They went to 3 cards. We both went to 3 cards. Scrubland. Okay. What is Wear Tear? Is Wear 1 white? Wear Tear? Instant destroy target artifact, fuse, destroys target enchantment. Tear is white. Wear is just 1. I think he would just hold up the crop, to be fair. Maybe not. They have 2 cards. Surely they didn't keep 2... I reckon they kept 2 spells, not 2 lands. So I think here it's probably okay. The issue is, if they have, like, Grizzlebrand Wear Tear, we Thoughtseize them, they tear the Leyline, we have to Thoughtseize the Grizzlebrand, and then they draw into, like, Reanimate. I think if they have Serenity, that's fine. But... I'm definitely... Look, I like rolling the dice. Oh, it is Serenity. They did keep a 2-lander. I guess that makes sense if they're keeping Serenity. At least now with Crop, we have 1 piece of the combo. All right. Hex Mage. Box. I think if they like Thoughtseize or Unmask us, I think here I'm pretty happy to turn the Bayou into a Urborg. Because it turns on both Hexmage and Thespian Stage of just being live draws here. And I do like that. I don't like getting Stage because it just makes our mana really awkward, but I do like... I don't think Sudden Edict here is that great, especially with the Leyline in play. So I'm pretty happy to crop here. Get that Urborg, and then just pass. Because now we have some really nice live draws in 8 cards. It's a pretty good draw. Alright, team, I think you know what we're doing. It all adds up. There we go. I'm not sure if they play a second white land. They most likely only play 1 or 2 scrub lands. Nice. All right. Try to keep this going. Only 1 scrub land usually. Yeah, I guess if I wanted to be pretty aggressive there on taking them out of their white sideboard cards, I could go after the scrub land and then make them rely on Lotus Petals to deal with other ones. Yeah, Bob's been really nice, especially in this version that is quite low to the ground. Like the only 3 drops are Plague Engineers on the board, and the only 4 drops are Ley Lines, which I guess, and Force of Vigor, which you only hope are either going to be in your opening hand or are going to be in the faster games where Bob doesn't kill you. But you never know. But yeah, Bob's been sweet. It's always nice to go back and see how some of the older cards go. All right. Up against Morka. Ha! Okay. I'm going to assume this is a mulligan. The mana's just not there, unfortunately. This is a bit nicer. I think I actually keep this and just bottom the Shadow Spear. The $300 challenge was set by that Maverick Joe, and just a 5-hour league of either Maverick or Depths with Dark Confidant, and I got 5 goes at it, and this is my 2nd go. My opponent's mulligan here as well. Oh. Bring that back up. It is going to be the Shadow Spear. Then we have turn 1 Witherbloom, we have turn 1 Map. We don't even have to play the Mox Diamond straight up, which is quite nice. Like if my opponent's on like a Wasteland deck, I could just play an Urborg out, play Map, and then see if they Wasteland this Urborg. Keep bottom. Oh, and Loam? Okay. Okay. Once makes me think this is going to be Elves. Okay. Come on, Depths. Thoughtseize. That's pretty nice as well. We're going to go with Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize and then Mox play Map. Hey, thanks, Boy Brush. Okay, Joe. I'll think a little bit of Spice as well. I think he would just take the Glimpse. The extra Shepherd we don't really care about, and the Wirewood is dealt with by the Witherbloom command. Collector Oof here off the top would be pretty brutal. That's probably the card that I don't want to see. Shepherd. Cradle. Heritage Wirewood. Okay. Nice. Hmm. 4, 5. So if they find a land, I think I might actually have to Witherbloom here. Yeah, I think that might be the play. Tugger playing Mills and Destroy. If we find Dark Depths, it'd be pretty sweet as well. Just gonna be an Urborg. Yeah, we'll just get back the Urborg. But yeah, like even a green Sunseer is pretty brutal. Another Wirewood. 4 mana? 7 mana. Oh, they can attack for 5 with 1, because they can untap 1. That's pretty cool. Tough, which means they don't have lethal next turn, thankfully, because we get to go 2 mana, fetch up Dark Depths, play Depths, tap that for black mana, play Hexmage. And we can't beat Karakas, so I might as well just make this now. Play around like maybe a main deck copy of Boseiju. And then just pass and see if we can get in. This is fine. They swing for 11. Nice. I'll go to the bug. Okay, I have to go to the bathroom, but I will play this out before I go. Plagues, tab, Sudden Edict. Because of Boseiju, I am going to bring in Loam this time. We are going to go down to, I believe, 26 as well. Take out the Shadow Spear. Take out... The Elves matchups have been pretty tight, for sure. Boseiju's actually quite nice because of Karakas, and we can find it through map. Moxen are sweet because we just want to be faster. I think Reclaimer I can cut down on. I still like the turn 1 plays of Hand Disruption as well. The Bob, I can see a Bob coming out as well. I think that's okay. I think just trimming here and there is fine, but I really want to be still on the 2020 plan, but having some amount of interaction in between there. Obviously, mana here is just a bit of an issue, so we'll mulligan, but that's fine. This is actually an interesting one because it has a piece of the combo, it has fast mana as well, and it has a Reclaimer to go and find Thespian Stage. So I'm actually going to keep this. And I'm going to bottom a Mox. This way we can buy you an Inquisition, Mox Depths, and then we still have a Depths left over. We can turn this Bayou into a stage. So, pretty nice. Some would say down to the wire wood, but that's just me. Okay. Beseju. Let's start off with Inquisition. Alright. They have Craterhoof, Green Sun's Glimpse. I think it's just going to be the Green Suns. Because the Glimpse isn't that great without a creature here. And the Green Suns is pretty nice. Just to be able to find them like a Elvish Reclaimer next turn. And then let's go Mox Diamond, Pitch Depths, play Reclaimer, and pass. Oh, Needle. I wonder what they name. They probably name Reclaimer. We do have the Beseju for it, which is really nice. Witherbloom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Witherbloom here is just insane. Oh. Destroy. Destroy this and kill this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You love to see it. I played the Depths. Yeah, I play the Depths. And then I attack. That also turns off the Cradle a little bit. Like, they get to get Dried Arbor here, but still, like... Wow. Oh my gosh. Alright. Well, we're at the 4-0 mark. So, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a second. I'll leave the deck list open so you guys can have a geeze, but I'll be back in a second. Hey, thanks, Joe. I just saw that. Big thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Say hey to the family for me, and I'll speak to you soon. Oof. Hey, easy mode. Welcome. All right. The boogeyman can hate all he wants. But yeah, the decks felt super good. I think that Elves is a pretty good matchup. I think we combo faster than them. And Reanimator seems like a great matchup as well. The first matchup was... it was the Hull Breacher deck. Which is interesting. The retro, I'm not too sold on, actually. The retro is there for the grindy matchups where I feel like I want to be trading with things like Swords to Plowshares and Prismatic Endings early on. Like any sort of like Bant or 3-color plus control, but maybe it's just not worth it. Maybe it's better to have something else. Brisbane is a nice place. Family friendly, which is cool. Alright, Walter. Yikes. Thankfully, this deck can mulligan pretty well, so... You are going to get these hands with the deck like Depths, and that's just part of it. Hey, Punishing Waterfalls. I don't mind this hand. I'm probably just going to bottom the Mox Diamond here. But turn 1 Bob is kind of cool. But I think it's going to be Mox. I think I don't really want to lose that. And turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 Bob isn't too bad either. My opponent's also mulliganed to 5 cards. So we'll see how that goes. Swamp Pass means I'm probably just going to pass with Crop Rotation open in case they have End Step and Tomb. Which is nice because now we have turn 2 Dark Depths into Hexmage as well. Interesting, they have nothing. Swamp Pass on 5. That doesn't give away too much information. Double Swamp. Well, now Sudden Edict is a real concern. Nothing from them. Unmask. Oh no. Oh no. Not the end of the world, but obviously not great either. That's all good. Dance of the Dead. Interesting. So it's just going to be mono black. Okay. Hey, Kelmir. Not too bad. Currently 4-0, going for the trophy. We're in game 1 and looking to most likely go down here to Reanimator. Tough. This is Legacy. I'm on a deck called Black-Green Depths, which plays with cards like Vampire Hexmage and Dark Depths. And my opponent's on what looks to be mono black Reanimator. What do you usually play? They take Reclaimer. Interesting. They must have another Reanimate spell to get back another Grief. No. If we draw a land here, we can create a 20/20. Oh, World Gorger. Surely we find a land here. We don't find a land. Wow. That I did not expect. I guess we could Witherbloom. That doesn't do anything though. Can we destroy the Animate Dead? We can. Okay. So we can destroy this, get back the fetch land, and then hold up crop rotation. That's not too bad. Alright, we got a plan. We have a plan. Witherbloom. We mill. We destroy this. We get back. Probably just get back the forest. Yeah. Play the forest. Attack for 2. Entomb. Okay. My only question is there a world where they have sorcery speed reanimation and then instant speed in response to the crop? I don't think so. I think we can just hold up Bog here at instant speed and try to at least get some sort of reanimation spell out of it. So they can ritual. Marsh. When it enters battlefield, target player loses 1 life? Okay. What program am I using to play this? It is Magic the Gathering Online, also known as MTGO. Okay, so they're going to try to reanimate here. We'll respond with Crop. And we'll get Jukabog. And target them. Nice. Oh, they have an Entomb. Another World Gorger. Tough. And then this kills us. Okay. Tough, yeah. They have the combo in play, so I'm just going to concede here. Tough. Definitely played into that pretty well, but we can definitely adapt. So we like the Soul Guide. Seeing the Dance of the Deads makes me want to play this as well. And the Ley Lines and the Sudden Edicts. Yeah, pretty close. Like, we definitely put ourselves in a position to get back into the game, which is nice. Hexmage. The Bobs are going to come out. I'm going to drop the Bobs. Inquisition of Thoughtseize are great. Reclaimer. Shadow Spear can come out. Needle's fine. Ghost Quarter can... Yeah, Ghost Quarter can come out. Dark Depths. Saga's still strong. Bajukabog. Seiju. Sajiri Step. It could be these. I think it might actually just be the Witherbloom commands. Like, we have the Force of Vigors, which are just strictly better. I could cut basic Swamp and maybe keep a Witherbloom. It's a pretty nice hand. We'll start with a Ley Line, and then we have... It's a little bit awkward on mana, but I think it's good enough. I think... I mean, we're one black source away from Hexmage. Yeah. Look, I'm keeping this every day of the week. We have interaction. We have mana. It is risky. I'll definitely say that, but I think it also just has a nice way to not lose the game and has a nice way to win the game. We also have 2 Hex Mages, which plays around like 1 Unmask. And then if we draw a green card that we can't cast, we can always pitch it to Force of Vigor if that's relevant. Opponent's mulligan to 6 cards. Hey, look a boring, welcome. Hope you're well. Unmask. Rotting Regisaur would be pretty cool. From them. Oof. I think we still play the Dark Depths here. Because if we draw a black source next, we can just play it. If we draw stage, we just want to play stage anyway. I don't think there's any reason to play the step. I guess unless we draw like a 2-drop now, like Sudden Edict, we might want to have this land in play. But then if we draw a black source, we can't play both Hexmage and Dark Depths in the same turn. Sedgemoor Witch. Okay. Not too bad. Mox. Perfect. Nice. We will get rid of a Dark Depths. And then just in case they have like a black fly next turn, we have the step for it. We can't play around Sudden Edict because we always only have one creature in play. But I think that's okay. All right. We would have to... We need to attack with the 2020, so we still need to go off next turn. Collective Brutality, interesting. Okay. They want to go above 20 life. Oh, it has Menace. Okay. Send a message. This is really cool. I think this is pretty sweet. It's always nice to see how players adapt. Like a reanimator player adapting by playing some amount of cards I can actually play. Alright. The question is, do I want to change my list in any way based on what we saw? I don't think so. Like, this does nothing against the Sedgemoor Witch anyway, as it's an X2. I think I'm actually happy just to send this back and hope we get there. This is actually a tough one because, like, it's a pretty nice hand with the Force of Vigor Reclaimer. And then we also have the combo. We also have Caracas. this mulligan's for the trophy and $300. So the thing here is that we are on the draw. So obviously the ley lines are a lot better on the draw, but this hand is also quite good against what they want to achieve. Look, I'm pretty happy to keep this and back the hand. It's a hard one for the draw, but I think it's just got a little bit of everything that is just too good to pass up. Okay, I don't mind this. They have one card left. It's just going to be Urborg into Dark Depths, and then hope we draw either Hexmage or Vampire Hexmage along the way. Desert's interesting because it actually changes the clock. Oh, wow, okay. Well, that's big. That's rough. I think that's just it. Yikes. Tough. Tough. I'm still pretty happy with the keep. Like, I think hindsight's always 20/20. But I'll run this back. I'm gonna stop recording.